Where is Dan? It's 5:30. Dan! 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 Oh, Dan! Oh, Danny boy, the pipes, they're calling. Oh, Danny boy, where the hell are you? Oh, Danny boy! Okay. Hang on, everybody. Just calm down. Hang on, everybody. Everybody just relax. I'm just going to contact Dan. I'm getting there. I'm contacting him. I'm going to chat. Hey, you coming? Just tossing it out there. You know, just no big deal. There it is. Because he wanted to. Oh, damn it. We could have been in the black hole. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, I'm just going. Sorry, guys. We're just waiting for Dan to rock up in the moment, so I'm just mucking around with something. Let's download this. Let's put that into. That. And now let's go here. Ooh, I wonder. Hey, bro.
Sorry, that was a nightmare trying to get you that.
No, all good. So I'm just I'm gonna see if I can pop it in.
Did you get it on email?
I got it on email.
Because I couldn't transfer it. That's when I double clicked into the network, it absolutely crashed my computer.
Did it?
And that was the issue I had.
That's cooked. We're live, by the way.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Inferno. Hey.
So my camera's here.
Corner Flag Games. Woo! You right, mate? Take a seat. Do you want a hug?
Well, yeah. Can't talk to you now, but I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Well, here we go. So this might be.
Work stuff.
Oh yeah, yuck.
Yeah, not gaming stuff.
Let's try this. Oh, did I do the right thing? Oh yeah, I did do the right thing.
So it's a bit rough and ready. Sorry, mate.
Mate, you do not have to apologise.
I got hounded, as always.
You do not have to apologise whatsoever. Don't you dare. Window capture, video capture, window capture, video capture, image 2. Look at him, handsome man. Look at you handsome man. Oh God. You're not cutting your hair. You cut your hair, I swear to God, I'll do absolutely nothing. Can you drop your camera just a little bit? There we go. Oh, God. Hey, Hosted Radio's now following us.
Hosted radio.
Hosted Radio?
Get out.
You get out. You get out. Hang on. Gotcha.
Get out.
You get out.
Our
Our guest is waiting.
Is he?
Yeah, he's good to go.
Good to go.
You want to have a yarnie?
Yeah, sure.
Have you got a joke? Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Maybe I should do this.
I've got one.
God, I put this computer under some pressure. Oh, my goodness.
Seriously?
What's wrong, mate? Dysfunction?
There's a blue pill for that.
Come on, you bloody thing. Guys, bear with us.
I can't.
What'd you call me?
Oh, I said I can't do that.
How dare you? I wonder how the thing's going tonight. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, Night Shepherd said, there's pills for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great minds.
Great minds.
These headphones, are these?
They're Jules's headphones.
They are horrible.
Yep. All right, mate, let's get stuck in. Shall we?
We shall.
We shall indeed.
We shall.
Let us begin.
Rated M for mature.
Attack commences in 60 seconds.
Welcome to the Game On Oz podcast, episode 137.
Michael Bevan.
Michael Bevan.
Ex Aussie legend cricket player. It's all
Oh.
gone dead.
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Top 3 things gamers need to hear this week. Fortnite disappeared, and it's back.
And everyone lost their mind.
Did they what? Did you know Aldi's releasing a gaming PC?
I know now.
It's pretty amazing.
Aldi, as in
Aldi.
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 As in the German supermarket.
As in the Germans.
Yes.
The Germans are coming
Well,
and they're
of
selling
course
us
they would,
grapes.
Pete.
2,500 classic MS-DOS games are now free to play.
Ooh.
We'll show you we can get that. Hey, really exciting interview tonight. We're going to be joined by the founder of Drop Bear Bites Games. His name is Craig Ritchie, and they've got a brand new game out, which is set for release in 2021, but previewed at PAX, which is set in the Australian outback. Hey, he's going to join us in
fantastic.
minutes.
Game on, game on, it's gaming time. Excellent, game on,
Boy!
game on,
Boy!
it's gaming time. Excellent.
Hey! Oh.
Would it upset your Apple Card if I moved to that mic?
Yes.
It would it?
Yes, it would. Why?
I can't. This thing is awful.
Is it?
Have a listen to that.
Just put another set of headphones on. You peanut? Isn't there another headphones around?
These ones aren't plugged in.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you, for a radio station, you can go right
Oh. Well, when your co-host is the diva.
Yeah.
All right, when you're ready. How's that? Are they better?
Oh, God, that's much better.
Oh, you're welcome.
Holy shitballs.
Hello, my name's Pete.
My name is Dan, the Internet.
Lovely.
Thank you.
And for the next hour, we're going to bang on about games because we bloody love gaming, Dan.
Oh, Peter, there's one more thing we bloody love apart from bloody gaming. What is it, Pete? Oh, I just said it. Bloody gaming!
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yes!
Good sir. Hey, a couple of things tonight before we get to our first guest. Top 3 things on the way very soon. We'll have all the usuals. Do a check-in on GameOnOz.com, the Facebook page, the God Mode group, our communities, how they're coming together. We will have another Logitech G headset announced
Yes.
for giveaway. Night Shepherd, one last week, mate.
What's tonight?
Uh,
Instagram, isn't it?
what?
What's tonight's social following?
It'll probably be Instagram. Yeah. I mean, we plucked from Twitter. We've done one from
Twitch.
Insta.
Instagram. Yeah.
Instas.
Let's do that.
And of course, as I mentioned, top 3 things on the way. The big question on the way as well. We're still going to have to do that a cappella. Actually, we did something new last week.
So if you're saying to me, Pete, if you're watching on Twitch right now and you jump over to our Instagram page and like us, you're in with a shot to
yeah,
win.
because it's just from the community.
Correct.
That's what we do.
We're going to randomly pick someone.
We're going to randomly pick someone.
Wow.
Wow. I want to invite along our next guest.
Let's do it.
Shall we get involved?
We should.
Let's
We
get
shall.
to him.
Yes.
Let's put in a phone call.
Bum, bum.
Hey, Pete.
Good evening, Craig Ritchie.
Hey, how's it going?
Going very well. Dan is here also, and you are live on Twitch.
Hello, Craig.
Hey, Dan.
Now, Craig, before we do get stuck into this extraordinary chat, I do want to play the reveal trailer for the Twitch followers and viewers that are watching right now, because it will really give them a sense of the stuff that we want to talk to you about. It is extraordinary. Ladies and gents, as I move things across to, let's have a look at that. That'll do. Why is that showing that? No, bad thing, bad. Sorry, just give us a sec there, mate.
Just
No
Twitch.
worries.
Just Twitch doing Twitch things. You know when Twitch does Twitch things?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does that
Bloody-
sometimes.
bloody Twitch.
Bloody Twitch. Let's see if that. No, that's not working. No, that's not doing that. No, that's not doing that. Why
Could
is
also
that doing
be
that?
operator driven.
It's not operator driven. How could you say such a thing?
Well,
No, you know what? I'm going to go a cappella. I'm going a cappella.
oh, yeah?
Yep. No, that's not working. I don't understand why it's doing that. I want it to do. Hey, there we go. I got it.
It was operator driven.
Yeah, no, it was operator driven. Come on, do you expect anything less? All right. Our darling Twitch viewers, please be for taking a look at the reveal trailer for Broken Roads.
We were born on an island once called Australia. Some generations after the event that forever changed this landscape and reduced our cities, our world, our people to dust. We struggle on in scattered communities. We few survivors who work this ravaged land. Life is hard for us in this broken world. Unthinkable choices are commonplace now, defining who we are, who we have to be. We survive. We must. This life we've built, fearing that someday we must let it go, not knowing who or what will become. Our future lies ahead, somewhere at the end of these broken roads.
Wowzers.
Wowzers, right? Doesn't it look exciting?
Beautiful.
It looks so
beautiful.
bloody good. I mean, and this is, there's still a lot more to come just yet. But can we just say to you, Craig, and your team, congratulations on what we've seen so far. It looks extraordinary.
Awesome. Thank you very much. It's all still very pre-alpha. There's a lot of work to be done, a lot of polish, a lot of VFX still to implement, lighting to get right. So I just kind of want to say, yep, it's only going to get better. What you're seeing is about 6 months of work. And thank you very much. The team are going to be really stoked to hear that.
Awesome. Oh, you're very welcome. Now, speaking of your team, before we get into talking to you about, where you guys are and a little bit more about the game, so on and so forth, we actually have somebody who's watching in our Twitch chat right now. His tag is Demaclio. I'm going to say Demaclio, Demaclio. And he said, oh, hey, I worked on this game. So you've got some of your studio people working, but that could be anyone because your team is from all over the world, aren't they? You've got writers from Australia, South Africa, USA, Canada, China, so on and so forth. They're everywhere.
Yep, pretty distributed.
You guys yourselves are a studio located in Torquay, Victoria. Now, tell us about Drop Bear Bites. Where have you come from? How did you come to be?
Well, my background is I used to be with NVIDIA quite some time ago before joining CCP Games. I worked in a few of their studios around the world. They're also, spread all over, including China and Iceland and the States. And I worked on Eve Valkyrie for them was the last project I did before my wife and I were relocated here about just under 3 years ago. I did a couple projects since then, a couple indies, and then beginning of this year, someone I used to work with suggested, hey, why don't you give your own studio a try this year? And, I thought, okay, why not? And yeah, Drop Bear Bites was born.
It's not just that easy, though, isn't it? Like for somebody to go, why don't you give your own studio a go, and then you to turn around and yeah, okay. Next day, there you have a team. You've got writers, you've got artists, you've got a studio, so on and so forth. How do you go from a moment of you should give it a shot to actually becoming a fully fledged studio like you are now?
Okay. Well, it started off, conceptualizing. I think I had a few ideas that I wanted to do something post-apocalyptic. It wasn't originally set in Australia. It was originally set kind of nowhere in a just sort of this world that wasn't quite defined. And then not too long after that, I was like, why don't I just make it in Australia? It's where I live now, and it's so good for this, this type of content in this world. And so what I did is I spoke to some industry connections because, I do have the advantage of knowing a few people who know some people, and some of them happen to be in Melbourne, and they're new artists and writers, and just, a bunch of people from the local game dev scene. So I got in touch with an artist named Kirsten Evans, and I had a look at her work on ArtStation. I just thought, like, this is absolutely beautiful, and then found one particular portrait image, which was just like, wow, this captures the style I'm going for, that big sort of brushstroke painted look with a sort of a sadness in one of the characters' faces. I wish I could share the link with you now so you could kind of see. And I got hold of her and I said that, this is what I'm trying to do. Could you draw a couple of concepts for me and sort of take it from there? At the same time, I was browsing a lot of the forums on Reddit, sort of game dev classifieds, that kind of thing, just looking for people who were advertising either to work for free or for a rev share, or just sort of putting themselves out there. And I came across Amy Smith. She's a really talented voiceover artist. She wasn't working for free, but her rates were reasonable. And I sent her the image that Kirsten had drawn, and I wrote out a little bit of intro text. It's kind of similar to the voiceover in the trailer, which is also by Amy, by the way. And I wanted to do sort of getting this 2 or 3 minute little bit of VO, which I set to some music that a friend of mine made, so that when I was interviewing people and sort of trying to express what the game's going to be like, I wanted to capture the mood, and I wanted to capture the tone, something that's going to set us apart from the other, the greats of the genre, like Fallout and Wasteland. We were trying to do something quite specific. And with that, I started interviewing people, looking on game dev classifieds, having a look around forums, and reaching out to my network and so on, and just slowly started building up a team, of new, some were newcomers that wanted to get involved in the industry, others were already established or becoming more established. And the one interesting thing, which if you are fans of CRPGs and the Shadowrun series, when I was looking for somebody to create the in-game props, I went to various art channels and art forums and so on, and I posted an ad saying, hey, I'm looking for a pixel artist or 2D artist, let's see what you got. And someone came back to me and he sent a whole bunch of images from the Shadowrun games by Harebrained Schemes, and said, this is me and this is my studio, and we can do art like this in this style. And I was like, wow, these are the guys that did the Shadowrun games, and their rate is pretty reasonable. And when I investigated, they didn't work on the games at all. But I found the studio that did. The name's Mighty Vertex, and they're based in China. So I contacted them, and their rate was even more reasonable than the people that were using their images to advertise their work. And so ended up working with Mighty Vertex. And they've taken Kirsten's style, really brilliantly sort of interpreted that into the isometric style you see in the game. So it really just started, with an idea, with a concept, and I produced a very small number of scenes to sort of show, hey, this is what we're trying to do, and got enough sort of gameplay together and basically a proof of concept that I could put out there. And, thankfully, together with my experience, the team that I put together, we managed to get a small amount of funding, private investors, and get to the point where we were able to have the pre-alpha demo at PAX and the trailer that we launched a couple of weeks ago. That's obviously the abbreviated version, but that's how we got there. Never mind the late nights and the crunch that we won't call crunch and all that kind of stuff to make the deadlines.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the short of it.
Often a game like this, apart from the occasional signpost or recognizable landmark or something like that, it looks like it can be set anywhere. But from the moment that I set my eyes on it, I felt Australia.
Awesome.
And I don't know if that's the brushstroke artwork or the little nods to certain Australia things, like, some of the characters wearing a Kubra hats and some of that sort of stuff. But how did you guys go about specifically achieving that? Let's make sure this place feels like you're in Australia kind of vibe.
Sure. Well, there's a couple of things. I've got, my lead artist and art director, she's Australian. My concept artist, sort of the main environment concept artist, Amy Correa, she is based in Sydney. And I think that they know what I'm after, and they're able to bring that vision to life in terms of representing true Australia. I spent a lot of time on Google Maps and Google Image Search, sort of finding locations and sending images to the team. More recently, I flew over to West Oz, and I drove around for about 3 days. I took almost 1,000 photos of just interesting locations. So everything you see is actually a real town. Some of the buildings are real buildings that Amy and Kirsten have put sort of a post-apocalyptic spin on. So the map that you see, well, actually you won't see it in the trailer, but it was in the PAX demo. The world map is based on actual locations in West Oz, and the routes and the roads are all, accurate with a little dose of, creative license. But that was it. Like I had to send a lot of images to Mighty Vertex, correct a few things, and make sure that the vehicles and so forth were actually what you might find, not just in Australia but actually in Perth. That the road coloring and the road markings were consistent with what you'd find in the Wheatbelt area. We definitely put a lot of effort into that.
Oh, that's cool. I got to say too, I reckon there's a real opportunity in basing a game in Australia, because I think in a world market, looking at this game, I think there's still a real curiosity about Australia. Like there's, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like you're almost satisfying people's wants to know more about Australia.
Yeah.
No, I hope so.
There's looking through this game and seeing some of the graphics and stuff. There's a graphic in particular that piqued my fancy, and it's at the end of the trailer. And as it sort of pans out, and you see a few of the characters, and it looks like they're at a roadhouse. There's a broken down old ute that's sitting there, coloured red. And I swear to God, it looks like a Holden ute. Is it a Holden?
It is holdenute.png, so you're actually 100% correct. It is the file is a Holden Ute. It's in our Confluence, our knowledge base as a Holden Ute. It's it is a legally distinct but definitely representative of a Holden Ute.
So do you okay, you mentioned that phrase just there at the end. So are you guys sensitive about having to go to Holden, for example, and knock on their door and saying, we're keen on featuring one or two of your utes, or maybe the Commodore or something like that? Do you have to go about, how do you do something like that?
I think that the actual IP law is pretty strict. You have to be a pretty litigious company to want to go after someone. I think technically we're not allowed to use their products or any registered trademarks or anything that is too recognizable. I did get some legal consult before, just sort of like play it safe, and then over the next, say, 18 months or so, I want to see who's willing to, let us use their brands, or at least let us use famous products. Or, there are products that are iconically Australian,
Yeah.
Like I really want to speak to Vegemite. So if anybody has a contact at Vegemite, tell them to get hold of us. Just certain things like that where you want to do it right. You don't want to be like 2 months before launch and somebody's saying, we either want royalties or, you're profiting off our product. And I just don't want to get in any situations like that. So
no, and I feel like, like you said, Craig, unless they're a litigious company, if you're sort of complimentary to the brand, I think, and you do it the right way, I think they're all more than willing to be involved, because it's brand awareness, really. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they have that attitude, and I hope there's minimal legal red tape. You'll see at one point they run past a tanker, and there's a guy with orange pants and a white shirt. His name is Cole. I'd love to have, broken down Cole's sign, like bolted to the side, basically. So just stuff like that would be really cool. And it might not mean a hell of a lot to someone overseas, but to the Australian players, it'll be like, cool, like all these wonderful little nods.
Yeah. Yes. And there's so many exciting things that come to mind. And already there's a lot of people watching this at the moment, and there's a lot of people in the chat, and they're tossing things out there, hoping that they'll see them in the game. For example, they're saying things like EMU Export, maybe Ugg boots,
absolutely.
Some of those sorts of things. Can I just going back to the Holden thing just quickly? How come Holden and not Ford? I'm a Ford fan.
I don't know. I think that to me, that was the first vehicle that you see there. That was the first vehicle that I requested Mighty Vertex make.
Yeah.
Simply because to me, that's, I've only been here, just like I said, under 3 years.
Yeah.
I see that everywhere. Like that to me is a very, very Australian vehicle.
Yeah.
So you must have an incredible trust in your team to be able to guide you in the right direction in terms of making sure that this looks like Australia?
I rely on them. Obviously made a few friends over the years down here in Torquay that make some great suggestions as well. I have to trust them. I think they're also, they're interested in having the best product representative of Australia as well. And like I said, they're my art director and concept artists. They're both Australian. So
100%. One of the other things that people have noticed, that whether it be feedback from having seen it at PAX or obviously watching the trailer as well, is that the dialogue quintessentially Australian. There's a scene there where you see the bartender go, "G'day, Sean, couple of drongos been asking after you," like that. That sort of stuff. I mean, that is absolute spun gold, mate. And glad to see it make it in. But how important was it to make sure that you guys were dropping in Australian slang where you could?
Essential. I don't think there's any reason to dumb that down or to water it down. Obviously, I think if you go overboard, it begins to get a little bit cheesy. So it was about finding a balance. And like I said, we've got a range of writers from around the world, but including a few from here in Australia. It was ultra important. I want it to be. I don't just want to say, oh, it's authentically Australian. Like, it has to be. It has to get the reaction it's got from you, not. Or like this was written by some South African guy who, I don't know, Googled Aussie slang and chucked it in the wrong places, everything is it definitely has to have the right kind of slang, the right moments with the right density to not feel kind of too on the nose or ham-fisted.
It just reminds my brother's wife is American, and she lived here for a couple of years, and she actually carried around a diary that she used to write in, drongo, and then write equals idiot, or what I mean? Yeah. And you're probably in a great position, Craig, where you can sort of filter what is discernible to a international market and what is just taking the piss. You know what I mean? Because you've got that, you've been here 3 years, so you've got enough of a feel about it, but you can still go. I remember with my sister-in-law, I remember saying to her that I caught an octopus, but I said it as Gidgee and Oki. And she lost her brain. She's like, "What is that?" I had to explain it to her in about 10 minutes what that meant.
Have you ever gidgeed an Oki?
I have gidgeed and Oki, but I've never said that collection of words in that order before.
No, that's right. Welcome to Australia, mate. Far out. Hey, you said you did. You guys were at PAX.
Yes.
And just an incredible showing there. How was it for you guys and for your brand? Just simply exposing people to Broken Roads and Drop Bear Bites in general.
Oh no, it was amazing. We were right in the center of the indie section at PAX Rising, facing the entrance. So everyone was sort of walking by, and they spotted us, or at least they could see the brand. They could see Broken Roads logo, the little Drop Bear logo. A lot of people sort of stopping by. I'm going to come back after I've seen Nintendo or whatever I'm actually here for. But there'd be a few people that would walk by, and they would just stop, and they would come over, and they would look at the trailer, and then you could see that it had touched them. Like they just kind of got it. That old school CRPG player, who likes this isometric style, or just loves our art, for instance, that knows exactly what we're trying to do and just kind of got it. Like, this is like Baldur's Gate or the original Fallouts or Planescape Torment, and but brought sort of for a contemporary gamer, sort of, modern tech and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And those people we really connected with, a lot drawn over by the art style. They weren't necessarily familiar with, it's basically a 20-year-old genre that certain brands, certain studios are still keeping alive. So they'd be attracted by the art style, and maybe have to ask about this click around. People's hands were going to WASD automatically, and that doesn't do anything in our game. But those few that just kind of got it, like, cool, like, you're the people we're after. So it really was amazing. It was also awesome for some of the newcomers on the team who've, they might not have worked on a commercial product, or they might have attended a show before but never been a dev at a booth. So that was a fantastic experience for them as well. And, to have somebody come up to you and say, like, your art is beautiful. And Kirsten, for instance, has worked on this for I don't know 9 months now. Tim Sunderland, he's our our audio lead. He's our composer. He's also kind of wearing the hat of community manager right now. For somebody to come up to him and just say like, I love the music in your game. Like, imagine if you've just done this for the first time ever, and somebody comes up to you and says, hey, like your art, that thing that you made, I really love it. I think that was really awesome to see.
Huge,
Yeah, 100%.
absolutely huge. The historian Chris, who put you in touch with myself to get you on the podcast and has been previewing and following the title Broken Roads. I mean, you mentioned things about very much steeped in 90s gaming culture, and he is called the historian in our crew for a reason. Like, he's across that sort of
He knows
stuff.
his shit.
This is very much something that everything that you said is pretty much what he's been telling us. Is that it gives him so many warm, fuzzy feelings about nostalgia and the games he's played in previous years, but with a really amazing modern twist to it as well. One thing that, and mate, we'll wrap this up very soon because we understand it's late where you are, so, and we'll leave you to it. But it's been wonderful talking to you, but a couple of things before we let you go and we get to the Game on Australia big question. Obviously, delving into Australia, we have an incredibly rich Indigenous culture. And so does the game actually traverse Indigenous culture in any particular way? And if it does, was it interesting or tough actually navigating the respect around that?
Look, yes, it does. It's something that I take very, very seriously. I mean, coming from South Africa, it's hard not to be sensitive to race relations and that kind of thing. And I'm entering a new place here with its own colonial history and its own history of racial issues, to put it lightly. And I couldn't make a game that didn't touch on Aboriginal culture or include Indigenous Australians one way or another. This was, from when I decided, this isn't going to just be in generic post-apocalyptic land. This is going to be here in Australia. I reached out to a nearby Aboriginal cultural centre just up the road called Narana, and Anthony Hume, he's an educator there, has been awesome. I've been speaking to him for over 6 months, just asking, I'll say stupid in inverted commas questions, which I think I get a little bit of a pass on for being South African. And he's been great. He's been teaching me things that I didn't know, the number of different languages and different people and different mobs. And he's also put me in touch with some elders, and in particular someone who's not officially on the project yet, so I don't mention them by name until they are. That is of the Noongar people in Perth.
Amazing.
And that extends through exactly where the game starts. I've also got a writer of Aboriginal descent involved, and I met some great people that were part of an Indigenous representation panel at PAX. Look, all I can say is I'm taking it very seriously. It's not a game about Indigenous Australians. It is a game that is about Australia. It handles it in, I hope, a respectful way. And basically the support we've had and the reception we've had is great. We had someone come to the booth, introduce himself, fourth generation Indigenous Australian, shaking the team's hand and really just, thanking us. Like, that was his word, thank you for what you're doing and the content you're including and the nods that we're making. So, that was quite a highlight moment. It was kind of a hair standing up when, my hair stands up in my arms to tell the story kind of a moment. And I know, I was just going to quickly say, I know that doing something like this, I don't think you're going to take every step correctly. But I think that if our game's big on morality as well, and the morality of intent, and if I go out there with the intent to do it right, and I make a few stuff ups along the way, hopefully people will approach it all in good faith and understand that we have been trying to do our best here.
100%. Second last question. Another, rich culture here in Australia. Is there going to be any footy represented in the game?
I want there to be. There's already cricket. There's a cricket pitch that you can see.
Very good.
Yes!
Yep. And one of the characters, Mad, she's got a modded cricket bat with like barbed wire and saw blades inside it. But no, we're gonna have to do a lot of Aussie cultural references, and it wouldn't be complete without footy.
Just tossing it out there. We're both mad Fremantle Football Club supporters. So, just putting that on your radar. No big deal.
Okay.
Well, if it's post-apocalyptic, maybe it could be our trophy cabinet, finally,
Maybe.
with the Premiership,
Premiership
Cup in it.
Cup. Maybe. Or maybe the whole reason why we're in a post-apocalyptic setting is because we got fed up and blew Australia. So we never bloody got one. Hey, last question, mate, before we go. It's the question that we ask everybody. This is the Game on Australia big question for you. Craig Ritchie from Drop Bear Bites, founder and game director, and this extraordinary game that we're looking forward to, which we'll get a rough idea on release because people are asking us in the chat very soon. But what is your favourite part of the chicken?
I reckon it's the drumstick.
Ooh.
It's good, it's juicy, it's tender, it's bite-sized. You can hold it in your hand, you can take it with you, put it in your pocket, drumstick all the way.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, good answer. Great answer.
What an answer. What an answer. One of the great. Craig, sensational. Thank you again so much for your time. We wish you all the very best, not just for Drop Bear Bites, but of course with the release for Broken Roads. We are so excited for this. It looks absolutely extraordinary, and we can't wait. We noticed 2021 is the year that it's been popped up. Is that is it going to be late? Is it going to be early? Any rough ideas?
Oh, look, I don't think it's going to be any earlier than, about 18 months from now, which would put it around April, or, and we wouldn't want it to be any later than 2 years, which would put it October 2021, so somewhere in that range.
Sensational.
There's a lot of work still to be done.
Great.
Craig, we look forward to seeing the full release, mate. Keep us updated, please, won't you?
Will do, and thanks very much for the opportunity to come on the podcast and talk.
Anytime.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Our pleasure. Good on you, Craig. All the best.
Right on. Cheers, guys.
See you, Craig. Bye, mate.
Bye.
What a ripper.
Oh,
What a ripper.
What a ripper, Dan.
Honestly, I love that for so many reasons. It's always been on my radar in my life that I'd love to develop a game or be involved in that. And to get that insight from him. And I think what Craig explained is very reflective of how business is now. I know of in a different, obviously, genre, but I know of a guy who had a massive marketing company who completely dissolved the whole thing and started a new company. It was just him, and he just outsources all his work because it's just easy to do.
Yep.
And he's got people all over the world doing little bits and pieces for him, and that to me sounds similar to what Craig has set up there. And it allows him to, I guess, have a massive net of people contributing to this fantastic game. He's the man with the vision, obviously, and organising it all. But it was just fantastic.
100%. And it just leaves so much scope for what could this be in the future. It doesn't have to just be what we see 18 months from now. As he mentioned, will we see all the things that we'll be able to answer by the time we get around to actually seeing this game? Will we see Vegemite in the game? If we do, what will it look like? What will it do? Is it the sort of thing that gives you, powers or restores health or something like that? Will there be the Hills Hoist? Will there be Ford versus Holden DLC racing games for this? Will there be footy? Is the MCG going to be there somewhere in a post-apocalyptic show? Oh, my goodness, it's great.
When it looks that good at this stage of the game, pardon the pun, with 18 months to go, and the demo looks that good, you got to be excited.
100%. Very excited. Shall we move? Because it's
we're gonna go backwards to.
We've got to go backwards to go forwards and into the top three things that gamers need to hear. That's right. Fortnite disappeared. So, what the fuck happened there?
Oh my god!
You play this game.
I play this game.
Were you there for the event?
No, I wasn't. I only heard about it, actually. I was at work, and I was like, so I went and double checked. Whoever the marketers and the brains are behind Fortnite, they are bloody smart people.
It's intelligent. Now, we spoke about this regarding Overwatch, and the way that they release their content and arc their story out.
The game was only gone for a day, but I felt, as a person who plays it, a sense of, how dare they?
Yeah.
How dare they take away that game that I haven't paid 1 cent for, haven't bought one battle pass? How dare they?
What's been great is seeing the memes. All the people who've faked up Epic Games Twitter accounts with tweeting, like one that was dropped in our God Mode group that said it was from Fortnite and Epic Games, and it basically said, Thanks for the money, bitches. Like,
Yeah,
that's it. The end.
Yeah. That's right.
So bloody good.
So, but when I went home yesterday, because we're going to play it tonight, season 11. But when I went home yesterday and tried to load it, it did its thing, and then it came back and said it needs an update. 20 gig.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I just left it, let it update, and about 3 hours later, I was at about 25%. So I've got I'm
You've got a
probably
little
done
way
now,
to go.
hopefully. But the point being is that, and I've seen the trailer. The trailer dropped last night. It looks looks the same but completely different, which I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, so the trailer is leaked. Essentially, by the looks of things, it's going to be Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 11. So they will continue on the seasons,
Yep.
but it will be a brand new chapter. One thing that I am seeing is that a lot of people who, up until this point, have been quite anti-Fortnite, I'm seeing a bit of conversation of, wow, this looks cool. I should maybe jump in, because there's going to be a lot of new things. I mean, there's going to be boats. There's gonna be new abilities to use, so on and so forth. So there's look.
It's a ballsy move. I mean, that game.
It's
was still-
ballsy.
was still growing.
Yeah, very much so.
When they've gone, start again.
Yep.
And it's going to upset people because there's a whole bunch of people who. So, for example, because they muck with the guns all the time. So, one thing I've noticed in the last couple of seasons is that the gold guns have really become quite rare, and they're the ones that I'm good with the gold guns because I'm a shit player, right? So it pulled me right back. Not that I was ever at the top of the pile, but it's put me right back to in my place because when I had a gold gun, I actually could compete. But now,
right.
And for a little while there, they were quite common.
Yeah.
And now they're pretty rare again. I'm like, I'm a shit player, even more so than before.
Now, we haven't had a chance to check in with the chat very much tonight, so let's do a little update. Let's see who's in there. Not Brody_bro. G'day, bro.
G'day, bro.
He said, wait, have they done the winner? He's talking about the Logitech G headset.
Oh,
no, we have
no,
not.
yeah.
We'll do that at the end of tonight's stream. So about
Like
20
us on
minutes.
Instagram. Like us on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Go follow us on Instagram.
So what have we got here? A lot of people really enjoying that chat, so thank you very, very much. But in particular, thank you to Craig Ritchie from Drop Bear Bites.
Yeah.
What
Great
an
name
absolute
too, by the
star.
way.
Great name. Cap Navari's dropped in. Good to see you as always, mate. Night Shepherd said the curse of Fortnite is over. Someone tell Tracy Grimshaw. Sensational. Absolutely.
Fortnite controversy.
You're getting your kids back. I saw a few tweets actually over the weekend from dad gamers saying, "Fuck, my kids want to talk to me. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about." God damn it, Fortnite, where have you gone?
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
Hello. Cap Navari's just gifted a sub. You bloody legend. Thank you so much.
Nice.
By the way, can we just do a quick plug for the website Broken Roads Games? So, hang on a sec. Let me just find that. Just pop that back up again. Craig Ritchie's just reached back out. So, we'll see that. But yeah, to answer that question, we will have the giveaway a little bit later on in the show. So, any chance you can plug our website, www.brokenroadsgame.com, or invite people to join our Discord server as well. We will pop the Discord server up in a link just to help him out because, of course, we want people to join the community.
100%.
Sensational.
100%.
Go and support it, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely go and support it. So, Fortnite went. Fortnite's back. I think we can all agree that they've actually done quite a good job of destroying their game and then relaunching it with a fresh map. I think they've done a really bloody good job.
It's, people are curious beings. So when that bloody little meteor thing, I remember, God, it would have been a year ago, and I actually went on our Facebook group, or page, I think, and I took a screen grab of cracks appearing in the atmosphere saying, what's going on? Not knowing, I wasn't well versed in what Fortnite was about back then. And that was all leading to this moment that happened on the weekend. And for almost 14, 15 months, there's been this curiosity about what the hell's going on. And then, boom, it happens. And like I said, it's only a day. It's only down for a day, but it felt like forever.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
All of a sudden, it's been taken away from you. And now it's back. And you're like, wait, they could have even dragged that out another couple of days, but anyway.
Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Kids might have lost there might have been Hong Kong-like protests about, bring us back our game!
Don't you dare bloody mention Hong Kong. There's There's enough crap that's going on
Oh,
there
I
already.
know, it's terrible.
Do you know Blizzard actually ended up reinstating that player's prize money?
Really?
Yeah, because they got that much backlash from the community.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
People power.
Yeah. Now, talk amongst yourself for a moment.
Well, I'm going to apologise, everyone, if you've been hearing during Craig's talk my smokers like cough. I've got this weird ass thing that won't go away. When I laugh, I sound like Muttley from Dastardly. There was an old cartoon back in the
Yeah, Dastardly Dog and
Muttley.
Muttley and
what was it the
Dastardly? It was the
the
races.
Yeah. Someone will
Can't
tell
remember
us.
what
I know on Twitch.
Yep.
But that's
It'll
who I
be the
sa-
historian. He'll
Yeah,
know.
that's who I sound like.
Oh, Craig must be watching. He said it's Wacky Races.
Wacky Races!
Wacky Races!
That's the one. Well done, Craig.
Yes.
And I sound like Muttley. Hear that? Awful thing. So anyway, what are you doing?
I'm just responding to him.
Oh, cool. Very good.
Um,
Have we moved on Fortnite? Are we done with that?
we're done with Fortnite. That's a pretty easy thing, isn't it? You
Mm.
know, it left. Everybody lost their mind for a little bit. It's back. And
I'm playing it tonight, so I'll report you next week how we went. I got on Friday night, my squad and I back-to-back wins.
oh, can we just have
Back-to-back
a
bloody wins, Peter.
wow.
And I've worked out what my secret is.
What's your
'cause I
secret?
wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I've got to drink Jack Daniels and Coke when I play. Or what we call black rats. Because they're so expensive, I don't buy them very often, but I had some left over from camping, so I had a couple. And I tell you what,
Bloody good.
lifted my game.
You little legend. Unbelievable. God, how well do
We-
we,
we
sound?
sound
How
terrible.
are we going?
Yeah.
So second piece of news that gamers need to hear this week.
Yep.
Aldi,
Yep.
ALDI,
Yep. It's the Germans.
has released a gaming PC.
What?
Get your head around this.
Get out!
Yeah, no, get your head around this. So,
That's great.
oh my God, you know what's crazy, right? I don't know if they've done. So this is a special buys.
How much?
Saturday the 19th of October. So if you're listening to this
this
in
Saturday.
podcast form,
Yeah.
it'll be tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll tell you the specs and then you can see if you can have a guess, right? Intel Core i5-9400 processor.
Mm.
Now, some pretty good gear in there. MSI Mortar motherboard.
Yep.
MSI NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 Aero.
Yep.
A terabyte of hard disk drive, optimized cooling system, so that'll just be fans. It won't be anything fancy. Windows 10 includes a mouse, high def audio, network controller, gigabit LAN,
Yep.
16 gigabyte DDR4 RAM.
Yep.
While stocks last, so it's a special buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have a guess how much?
I know, so I'm not going to guess.
Oh, okay, $2,000.
That's-
$2,000.
that's-
Now, can I just say,
Mm.
thinking in terms of Aldi,
Yep.
that seems steep.
no,
No. So,
well, no, it does. You're right.
right. So Aldi,
Yeah.
when they do a special buy,
Yep.
you expect to go, this gaming PC, I would expect to see it for less than $1,000.
Yep.
I'd see $999 on the price tag because it's a special buy. It's because their branding over the time and the way that they have taught us essentially to
Yep.
expect special buys is that you're going to get wowed
Yep.
by something that we've basically dropped our pants on.
Yeah.
Now, there's two ways that we can look at this, right? One, it is a thing where a special buy, it looks like it's actually quite expensive, $2,000 for a gaming PC. Or they've set it at that price, so gamers are actually taking them seriously. You know
Maybe
what I
It's a
mean?
bit of both.
Maybe it is a bit of both.
You know, sometimes something's so cheap, you go, that can't be.
That can't be right.
I'll give you an example.
But the thing is, you're talking about specs here. So if you're running specs, those specs, that's a good system.
yeah, but what you're saying is that you'd expected. What would you expect at that in Audi? Let's say I told you that computer without telling you the price at Audi. What would your first guess have been?
If you said to me you're going to buy it at Aldi,
Yeah.
and you gave me those specs because it's got the 2070 in there, it's got the RTX. I probably would have.
You wouldn't say
being a
$2,000.
special buy, I wouldn't say $2,000,
No.
but I probably would have been around about the 1,200 mark.
Yeah,
if I'm honest. Yeah, I know before I said $999, but that's knowing what the price is and
Yeah.
what I'd expect of a special buys.
Yep.
But if I was having a guess,
Yep.
I'd about the 1,200 mark.
And then the thing is, in your mind, it's this perception thing, right? Is it too cheap? So maybe that's what they've thought. Well, if we make it $2,000, that's probably it. And it sounds to me like it's an awesome bit of rig.
100%.
You know,
It's got a RTX 2070 graphics card.
Yeah.
Here's one thing that says to me that they are targeting gamers, though.
Yeah.
Right? On the actual page itself, when you go to the Audi.com.au website and you go to the special buys for Saturday, 19th of October, on the actual picture, in a big black circle, it says RTX 2070 graphics card. They've highlighted that. You know, they're not going to be highlighting that for your average grocery buyer who might stumble upon it. You know, they're clearly targeting gamers with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My mum and dad aren't going, what's this? You know what I mean?
What is this? Gaming PC.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's good.
Cap Navari says in the chat, coming from a person that used to work at a PC store, there is very little margin in this gear.
Yeah.
As staff, I would only get 5 to 10% discount on the main gear, CPU, GPU,
Yeah, that's
megabytes,
true. That's
stuff
very
like
true,
that.
actually. Yeah.
He goes, I'm not shocked. It's not stupid cheap.
Yeah.
Cap Navari, if that was cost price for that sort of spec, if you could drop in the chat what that'd be cost. You know what I mean? I mean, are they making absolutely nothing there? Are they dropping their pants a little bit there? If it was recommended retail price and you went to a retailer or a reseller or something like that, would you be spending $2,500 to get it?
No one's safe, are they, from Audi?
Absolutely not. They're bloody.
You could be selling condoms and Audi will come and get you.
Showing. Now, Dan.
Yes.
I'm going to GameOnOz.com.
Are you?
Yes.
Great.
This is our website. I'm going there for this one.
Yep. A brand new relaunch website, actually.
God, doesn't it
Thank you,
look good?
Jacob.
Thank you, Jacob, Lord Mantle. They look good.
It looks great, mate.
I'm just going to...
We need to update our photos, though, Peter.
Yeah, no, I know we do. That's my fault.
That's my fault.
No, that's my fault.
No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault.
No, it's your fault.
It's your
No,
fault.
it's my fault. Hang on a sec. I'm getting there. Oh, no, it wasn't there. It was on Kotaku.
Oh. So you're going to another excellent gaming website?
Kotaku!
Did Alex write it?
Nah, Alex didn't write it.
Oh, what?
I know.
For anyone who doesn't know who Alex is, he is a fantastic games journalist based here in Australia.
Alex Walker
Alex
from
Walker.
Kotaku.
Legend.
What the hell is that? That's weird. So 2,500 classic MS-DOS games are now free to play.
Yes, this is not item number 3.
Wrap your head around this. Remember, the Internet Archive is useful for more than just seeing how embarrassing your old Kotaku posts were. Good
one.
gear.
Yeah,
Good gear.
Yeah.
It's also home to a ton of classic PC games, and 2,500 new ones have just been added to the site's catalogue. Internet Archive. There's obviously a load of crap among that number, but there are also some damn fine games, including like Alone in the Dark, the PC port of the original Wipeout,
Great.
Night Trap, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh my God, that's an excellent game.
Yes.
I remember playing that.
Loom, International Sensible Soccer, The
Oh.
Elder Scrolls Red Guard, Cannon Fodder, B-17 Flying Fortress Descent, and the first 2 Ultima Underworld games.
Oh, sweet.
That's some good stuff, and it's all free to play right on the site. No download needed. You just head to where they've linked, click on a game, and get started. It runs through DOSBox right in the browser, and that's come via CNET. So, Internet Archive, if you want to check that out, 2,500 DOS games to get up your clacker.
Oh my God! Like I'm now that footy season's over, I'm struggling to find stuff to look at lunchtime. Not anymore, dear.
Not anymore, dear.
Woo! I play Microsoft Flight Simulator. That was a great game, actually. I'll play that tomorrow. Boom.
Yeah,
That's my lunch break right there. Awesome.
Hey,
Mm.
people are asking us about merch.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
It's funny they say that because I've put no thought to it. But I will. What kind of merch? Coffee mugs? T-shirts?
Skittles is asking. Menthonzo's like shirts for sure. Adsky wants a stubby holder. That'd be right
Oh,
up.
stubby holders.
God, wouldn't that be right up our
to
alley?
to hold the black rat as I'm dominating
Yes.
in Fortnite. I mean, honestly.
Sell locks of Dan's hair. Bumper stickers. They want bumper stickers.
That's a great idea.
We could put bumper stickers with Game On.
Yeah.
Cap Navari says MSI probably 1,600 to 1,800 at a shot in the dark guess, including bulk discount. Might do a bit of rundown on Discord later.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So they're making $400 a unit based on that.
I guess so. Yeah, if that's a rough estimate.
Yeah.
On average. Corner Flag Game says he loves a good stubby holder. Maybe it's stubby holders. Maybe.
They're always handy. They are always handy.
They
Peter.
are, aren't they?
You can never have enough stubby holders.
I've got a stubby holder made of wetsuit material,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's attached to a glove. So, like, you actually put the glove on,
Oh my god!
and the stubby holder is sewn to it. So
that is fantastic.
yeah, it's great.
So it's like
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Ah,
Well, let's put that on the to-dos. Actually, next week, Pete and I are going to go out and have a meeting and talk shit, and that's maybe agenda item number one.
oh
right there.
god, how good is talking shit?
Yeah, I love talking.
Talking
shit.
shit's great.
That's what we've been doing here for 3 years, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Now, a quick update on a few things. So, God Mode Group is up to 1,827 members.
Oh my god.
The
That's so good.
Facebook page is coming along, 4136 members. Excuse me. Just checking into the tweets. The tweets for the Game on Australia community currently running hot at 612 followers. Thank you very much, you legends.
And Instagram is
Instagram
800 and
is getting fair up, yeah.
897, almost 900.
Almost 900.
Boom.
What, did we lose a few? Gotcha.
Very
Oh, we've had a few
Wait.
actually jump on board. Get a load of that.
good.
Okay, hang on a sec. There's a request there. No,
I just noticed my wife follows Game On, so she can't win.
no, she can't win.
That'd be a waste of a good headset on
Yeah.
her.
Well,
Absolutely 100%,
You're
mate.
going to play her games. Actually, you know what she'd do? She'd patch into you so she could tell you to get off the goddamn game.
No, she wouldn't even know how to patch in, mate.
Oh, that's rough.
Well, no, it's not.
Hello,
really, it's the
Squid.
truth. Yeah, it's Squid. Hello,
Hi,
Squiddy.
Squid. Are we getting over to big question? We got to do it.
Well,
we got to do it quick.
We are. Are we doing it? Is this?
How
had to
did we do it
a cappella?
last time?
We had a cappella because you
Did
couldn't
we?
find it. Yeah.
Wasn't there something else that we did?
Yeah, I think we did a whole bunch of stuff.
Did we?
I can't remember.
Um,
A week's a long time in gaming.
I'm just trying to remember if we did like a what's that?
Big,
No.
big- Oh no, we did a new one.
Yeah, we did a new one.
A new one.
I just can't remember what it
I
was.
can't remember what it was either.
No, it wasn't
Question,
that one.
big
No.
question.
Big question. Big question.
It's a big question. It's a big question. It's a big question.
Should we do that?
Yeah, right.
Okay, right. Big question. Big question. Big question.
Big.
It's a big question. 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 Big question. Big question. Yes. Yeah, that'll do.
Oh my God. I love that song.
That's quite good.
Now,
We'll work on that, but that's quite good.
I've got a big question, Pete, because I don't know what's happened here. The Facebook post has disappeared, but it's still
Get out.
It's still there on Insta.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not. I can't find them. You might be able to find them on Facebook. But the big question from last week was actually contributed to by one of our Twitch followers. Thank you very much. What's the one thing you haven't done in a game you wish you had?
It was bloody Spanish Flea.
That's what it was. Yes.
Was it this?
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
It's a big, big question. Yeah, it was.
It is the big, big, big question. It is the big, big, big question. It is the big, 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 big. It's a big question. That's right. It's the bloody. That's right. It was.
But now we just got two more.
Oh God, no! That was courtesy. Where is he? Where's he gone?
Bloody, I'll tell you what.
Oh God! He
Thank
put it in
God
there.
for our community.
Thank
because-
God for our
thank
community.
God for our community.
We'd be cooked. It was
We'd be
Minfonzo,
cooked, mate.
It was
Thanks,
Minfonzo.
Minfonzo.
He's obviously
That's
very
right.
excited to make sure that we did
Oh,
that.
you legend.
Oh, gee whiz.
Yeah, so what's the one thing you haven't done in a game you wish you had? Mine was actually, I sort of misanswered the question. Mine was about having a confidence meter in sporting games. A classic example, I'm playing Ashes cricket at the moment, and it's just a grind. Like, cricket's all about confidence. If you're batting well, you're seeing the ball well.
Yep.
But 1 over of dot balls and your confidence dies a bit. And that's a game that needs a confidence meter. Well, the one picture I did use was Trevor in GTA 5 outside of a strip club.
Yeah, 100%.
Knowing full well that everyone who's ever played GTA 5 has been to a strip club. That was the joke about it.
You got any comments? We've got 2 comments.
Well, I got 2 comments on Insta. Who won the headphones? And someone went, and someone's done the puzzled emoji. I have no idea where the Facebook post went.
I don't know. Where'd the bloody Facebook post go?
So unless people on Twitch maybe can remember what they wrote, we might have to carry it over.
Ball dust. God, how good does the new GOA logo look on these pictures?
It really does.
It really does look good.
It really does.
Oh, it looks good.
But I'm pissed off because that was a good question.
That was a bloody banger.
So do we roll it over to next week? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
And I'll do it again.
God, I'm
I'll go and restore the picture out of my trash bin on my computer, put it back in there, and go. You know what? Maybe Facebook did it. Maybe they.
Why would Facebook have done it?
Because they might have seen the picture of GTA 5 and gone, copyright.
No, bull dust.
Oh, mate, I don't trust Facebook as far as I could throw them.
They're cooked.
Metaphorically,
They're absolutely cooked.
they are cooked. That's Zuckerberg, mate.
Zuckerberg! Hey, I'd just like to give our community a heads up, by the way. NBN has reached out to us, and I have a meeting with them next week.
Do you?
Yeah.
What would that meeting pertain to, Peter? But
It could be sponsorship.
well, that puts us in an awkward position.
Yeah, because we've been taking...
We've spent the last 3 years pretty much.
Yeah, taking it personally that the NBN is not where it should be. So, just want to let you guys know, there's a good chance we may sell out.
Very good chance.
And we may come back next week or a week down the track, sponsored by NBN. And it'll be less Malcolm and more Malcolm. So we just think we're just getting you guys ready, okay? There's a good chance that that's not going to happen.
That's hilarious.
There's a bloody good chance it's not going to happen.
That's right. She might be berating you.
But look, let's be 100% honest with you guys, and that is the fact that if we make money with this, that means that we can do epic shit for the community.
Yeah.
And Christ almighty, if the NBN want to toss some dollars at us, and it means that we can do some wicked shit for you guys.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Can I have some more dollars, please? Yeah. Blue Streak 81's like, fat chance.
No, there's a good chance.
God.
Oh my God.
No, Skittles will have to get like a nice emote made of Malcolm. Salty Wounds is like NBN hats on.
Yeah. It just shows where we stand morally, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, we 100% will sell out.
Yeah. Just like lock it in. We will always call a spade, and we do not polish turds unless those turds have money under them.
Then we roll the turds in glitter and spray it in silver.
Oh, Jesus. Can you talk about free fibre to the premises for all subs/followers?
Oh, that's a bloody great idea.
That's a bloody great
That is
idea.
a great idea.
Corner flag games like
What I
No
would
Shilling.
give for fibre to the premise. Absolutely. My friend did it, and it's epic.
Yes. It's a wonderful thing.
It's epic.
All right, so you're going to carry that big question over.
We'll carry over to next week. I'm sorry about everyone. Honestly, I don't know what Facebook did with that post, but we'll
find out.
We'll find out.
Dan,
Oh, is it time?
it's time.
Ooh-wee.
All
All right. Just as an aside, will I make the shot, hey? Will I make the shot?
Oh, you bloody made the
Champ
shot.
Chong, I'm coming for him. I
Yeah,
told him.
I spoke to him today.
Did you?
Yeah, I caught up with him on the
So
phone.
we're gonna play horse, but we're gonna spell out game on.
Great idea. That's a
I
wonderful
won't make
idea.
it game on Australia because it's too long, but game on.
So we will be catching up with Champ Chong again. He loves us.
Yeah,
We love him.
we love him. We love all gamers.
Actually, I think I'm taking him to the basketball on Friday.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And then we're going to go watch
That's
the
an
basketball.
excellent experience. The NBL in Australia is an excellent viewing experience.
It is wonderful, especially here in Perth.
Correct.
I might hold his hand. We'll see. Got it.
Boom. That's G.
All right.
G.
The winner of this week's Logitech headset is... I am Crater Face.
Hey, great name.
Great name.
Great name. Well
Just a
done.
great
I am
name.
Craterface.
Great name. Well done to I Am Crater Face. Thank you so much for
That's
being a part of our community.
So we'll reach out
We'll reach out with a big stick
and
on-
a headset.
and a headset. On the end of that stick will be a headset. It'll be like
Beautiful.
"You are, I am
A
Crater."
beautiful headset.
Look at these guys. Look at these bloody
Are they all
legends.
saying thanks again?
They're all saying congratulations.
Fantastic.
They're all saying congratulations.
They are so good.
I mean, why are you people so nice? Why? I bloody love it.
And just quietly, you know, as people know, our day job's a radio, and I manage the social media for my radio station, and it's not the same.
No.
People can be quite nasty,
Toxic.
toxic.
Yep.
And I think sometimes in life you just got to acknowledge that, you know, good on you. congratulations. And I think it's
100%.
lovely.
100%. Old Man Thumbs is saying congrats. I know for a fact Old Man Thumbs came here because he thought he may win the headset tonight.
Yes, that's right.
And you know what? He didn't. He's still saying congratulations.
And there's always next week.
Yep. Brody 38's gone, damn, boy. And I know that means he's happy for him.
Yes, absolutely.
Or it could be, damn, boy.
But still, it's tinged with a sense of congratulations to
100%.
Creator Face.
100%. There's 742 followers currently on our Twitch channel,
Fantastic.
right? And we've said this before. Ninja's got like 18 million, right?
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you, each and every 742 of ours
Yeah,
are bloody legends.
100%.
100%.
100%.
He's got
Peter.
18 million flogs watching him. We got 742
Except for the
legends.
742 that might also follow Ninja.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are not flogs. I'd rather have 742 legends than 18 million flogs, Dan. I'll tell you now. Shall we bugger off?
We should.
All right. Thanks for watching. Hey, who's taking over the stream tonight? Is it Nico or is it Menthonzo? I think Menthonzo had a belter stream last night.
Yeah, really?
He had a couple of subs.
What do you play?
Don't know. Wasn't watching.
Neither was I. I was playing indoor cricket.
I was in bed.
Yeah, well, you've got early. What time do you get in here? 4.
No, I get in here at 5, but I'm up by 4.
Yeah, so that's ridiculous.
Breakfast Radio. Please stay up to date with all of our shit, please. Social media and all that sort of gear. Guys, get along and go and check out Drop Bear Bites on their website. Go and check out Broken Roads. Go to their website, Google it. You'll find all of the links to all of their social media and their Discord channel as well. Join the Discord. Make sure you keep yourselves up to date with how they're tracking along and get ready for that release in 2021. And a big thank you to Craig Ritchie from Drop Bear Bites as well, the founder and game director for the company. What an absolute legend.
Yep.
Pumped for him. Congratulations again to I Am Creator Face. Logitech sent us a shit ton of these headsets. So we're going to have plenty more to give away. We'll do another one next Wednesday night. We're going to hand it over to Menthonzo now. He's getting stuck into more Bioshock, I believe. I think that's what I saw in the chat. Have a bloody wonderful evening. Great weekend, you gaming legends. And as we always say, Danny boy,
Don't forget to bloody save, especially when the island blows up.
bang! Bye-bye.
Bye!